No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. Can somebody save me, I'm losing every battle.
Good morning and welcome to the Brand Momentum Morning Show. I'm your host, Faith James, and we are doing Vitamin I every single Monday through Friday, except this Friday, we won't be live. I will be on a holiday, so we will just get to watch replays. So let's see who is already here. Good morning, beautiful Amber. How are you, gorgeous? Good morning, Stelita. Thank you for joining. Good morning, beautiful Karen. How are you? So great to see everyone in the house as usual. So we're reading from What You Think of Me is None of My Business, Terry Cole Whitaker. We are going to jump a little bit to chapter 10, and it's relationships start with you. That's what we're doing. So go ahead and share this video, tag a friend or two or colleague or three, invite them in. This is what we call our vitamin I. This is so important that everybody understands. Really? Amber says she's hearing me twice. Is anybody else hearing me twice? Good morning, Jacqueline. Good morning, Sharon. Thank you for joining. Good morning, beautiful Karen. How are you? Yeah, Amber, let me know if are you on another device maybe? Somebody let me know if the audio is good. Nope. Okay. All right. Jacqueline says no. Stelita says no. So relationships start with you. Our lives are incredible web of seemingly complex relationships. We are constantly interacting with parents, children, mates, bosses, employees, friends, and enemies. But before we can have a complete relationship with another, we must first have a complete relationship with ourselves. Before we can ever be loved, respected, supported, and adored by another, we must feel loving, respectful, and supportive of ourselves. This is so key, so key. We can be our own worst enemies. We can self-talk ourselves out of our possibilities, out of our potential. And this is really important today that we grab a hold of this. We must correct our faulty belief systems and prop up our sagging self-images. This morning in the CEO boot camp, so every morning when we start off, there's always a song that's connected to the theme for the day, for the week. And this morning, I played Christina Aguilera's, I Am Beautiful. And if you haven't heard that song in a while, I invite you to go listen to it again. And very important, one of the things we focus on, we actually look at the lyrics, look at the words, because it's key that you get to see yourself in a way that isn't about just focusing on your faults, focusing on the things that you, in your small brain, don't love about you, when God says you're magnificent. So we get to reconcile that, right? Okay, so the reason is that as we seek unconditional love and support, our true intention is to attract to ourselves the treatment, circumstances, and people who duplicate the beliefs, the images, and judgments we truly have about ourselves and life. And if our belief system and images are wrong, a relationship simply compounds our basic problem. Fundamentally, at the spiritual level, there is only one relationship, our relationship with God. We are all one with God. Each of us is a child of God, and as such, we're all members of the same family. The big secret in life is that you must unconditionally love and accept yourself as a capable and magnificent being who willingly receives the abundance of God's gift in all areas of your life. I'm going to read that again. This big secret in life is that you must unconditionally love and accept yourself as a capable and magnificent being who willingly receives the abundance of God's gifts in all areas of your life. So, how do you do that? So in the leadership program that I'm in, one of the things, one of my power team members put me on a stretch. We're always stretching. This is one of the keys of leadership, is to stretch beyond your comfort zone. So one of the things I'm always, my racket, my repeating story is I'm so busy, too busy, right? So the stretches that you get are meant to challenge that story you've been telling yourself. And one of the stretches that I get to do before tomorrow is to take a goddess bath. Now, it's not just like a bubble bath. When you take a goddess bath, you fill the tub, you put in, of course, your favorite, whether they're essential oils or your bath salts and your crystals, and you put in anything that you like that's going to be nourishing to your body, to your soul, anything that's aromatherapy type. Candles get to be lit, and you must have flower petals in the bath. And you sit in the bath and you luxuriate, and you then look at, physically touch every part of your body, your little toe, your big toe, and you give it love. Your ankle, your calf, everything, every area, you luxuriate on it and you give it love. Yes. And so for me, we, yes, show love to ourselves first. Good morning, beautiful Vivian. How are you, gorgeous? Yes, and exactly. Before we can spill that over onto others, we've got to spill it, all over ourselves. Yes. Good morning, Bonita, beautiful. How are you? Yes, a goddess bath. Exactly. Even like a milk bath. This is what the queens would do when they go for a bath. It's not just a quick soap up and out the shower, right? It's luxuriating time. So for me, the first thing that popped up is like, oh, honey, ain't nobody got time for this. To be filling up a bathtub and sitting and I'm like looking at the clock, like so many things I get to be doing. But so the thing that I resist will persist, and that's what I get to do. So if I keep telling myself, oh, I have no time, no time, no time, you have no time to love on yourself. So, but then you expect people to find time to love on you, right? So if you're not willing, listen, Momentum Crew, check this. If you are not willing, Faith, you're not willing to love on yourself, luxuriate on yourself, appreciate yourself in this very regal, royal way, how is it that you're wanting people to do that for you if you're not willing to do it for yourself? Whoa. So I get to take a goddess bath either tonight or tomorrow. It gets to be done before I leave for Minneapolis this weekend. But think about that, right? How much time do we spend loving, appreciating ourselves, honoring ourselves, looking at every part of our bodies and saying, I love you? It might be challenging. I know it was challenging for me. But more and more, little by little, if we can just keep stepping in that direction, we're going to see magical things happen in our life. Exactly. If you don't have time to love on you, then how is it that you're expecting other people, whether they're intimate relationships or even a friend relationship? You're not going to do it for you, but you expect, demand, want other people to do it for you. It just doesn't compute. So yeah, so I get to go on a stretch and I get to do my goddess bath. And the crazy thing about it, guys, this is the thing that blows your mind. I have a gorgeous, gorgeous bathroom. Just crying out every day, come sit in me. And I'm like, oh, off to the shower. Jacqueline, that's funny. She says she does, and her hubby says you spend a lot of time. You spend a lot of time on yourself, and I said, yeah. Who else is going to do it? That's the attitude that we get to have. Who else is going to do it? If I'm not willing to do it, who else is going to do it? Okay. On the physical level, even though we are spiritually related to every person on the planet, we are involved with only a small number of people at any one time, right? The overall purpose of these relationships is one of mutual love, value, and support. True, it doesn't look that way. That's because we distort our interactions with other people. Instead of offering value, support, and love, we often fear, hate, and manipulate, making ourselves and others miserable. According to Ken Keyes in the Handbook to Higher Consciousness, every person you meet is either your teacher or your lover. Interesting. Sometimes the roles can be switched. A person can be your teacher at one time and your lover at another. The teachers in our lives are those who challenge us, who push our buttons. They provide us an opportunity to receive value and transcend our experiences. Sadly, few of us seek them out. I know. Listen. Right? You're just like, I don't have time for this nonsense. I don't want to deal with this person, but they're really your teachers. And this is one of the things that we get to do, right? We talk about this a lot in leadership. What does this mean? How did I source this? What is this that's going on here? Don't just see it as like, oh, this is a problem. It's like, what is this meant to teach me? So if you're in a tough, challenging relationship, maybe it's in a work situation, it could be that you source this to teach you to learn patience. Could be that you are really looking for, you need to get some patience. And that's why this teacher, this person who's challenging you, this person who's just a pain in your neck is present in your life at this particular moment. So it says, sadly, few of us seek them out. Our response to our teachers often is to become angry with them. And this anger is our way of trying to create guilt for them. We talked about the two types of guilt before. Most of us look instead for persons we think will give us our own way, persons who will do what we want them to do and who won't stir up the waters. We're under the illusion that life around such people will be calm and comfortable and that will be okay. But that's not the way life works. The lover in your life is a person who's totally supportive. When I love you, I totally accept you, and I'm willing for you to be all that you can be, even if it means leaving me. Your lover can become your teacher too. You may learn from your lover some of the desirable qualities you wish to incorporate within yourself. That's an ideal, mutual, loving relationship. What happens more often is that you or your partner takes a mutually loving relationship and makes it possessive. Confronted with some new demands, you allow possessiveness to take over. When examined, possessiveness reveals itself as just another face of hate and fear. You see, we're all under the illusion that life with those who give us our way will be peaceful and secure. We think we need this sort of bland conformity to make ourselves okay. But I repeat, no matter how hard we try, life never works out that way. We are preoccupied with resisting conflict and stress. We waste our energy and spirit opposing those who disagree with us and won't give us our own way. These are the people we call enemy, the people we don't like. We gossip about them and try to destroy them with words. This verbal murder is our civilized way of killing without getting ourselves killed. It's one of the subtle means of trying to control and dominate the other. Of course, it's all self defeating because it's a violation of the spirit of both parties. The natural spirit of each individual is free, open, loving, and unpossessive. The success of all of our relationships is assured if the foundation is based on the true spirit. The Okay, we're back. Technical difficulty. The power went out. Okay. Let me know if you can see that I am back. Why does this look so weird and blue? Do I seem overly blue? I think I do. No. Yeah, we're having a little technical difficulty with the power company. Can you guys see me now? Okay, great. All right, let's continue. The natural spirit of each individual is free, open, loving, and unpossessive. The success of all of our true relationships is assured if the foundation is based on the true spirit. The ideas you hold take form if in your beliefs, and the nature of your beliefs will determine whether your relationships are valuable or destructive. Nothing happens in your life that does not afford some value. But the only way you can be assured of always receiving value is by transforming your relationships. Yeah, it's the color scheme is wonky. I'm not really sure what happened, but we'll just go on. So a transformed relationship is one in which there is tremendous support and love. This love and support does not mean complete agreement between the parties. Rather, it means alignment. You recognize that God is your source and that the other person is not the cause of anything in your life. He or she is not the cause of your happiness or misery. He or she is not the reason you feel loved or rejected. With God as your source, you are the cause. The other person in your life is in your life because of your transformed relationship out of love. Like, this is true, like, foundational things that we get to understand. Like, nobody makes you do anything. Nobody makes you feel any kind of way. It's all about you. And do you understand your relationship with God and that He and He alone is your source? The vast majority of people on this planet have untransformed relationships. And that is so true. That's one of the things when we talk about in leadership, there's only maybe 1 to 3% of the entire Earth's population that's doing any kind of transformation work. And everybody is just in their same rut, their same routine, going about the same normal things that they would do. And that's why we keep having the same situations and the same issues all the time. The vast majority of people on this planet have untransformed relationships. So if your work isn't going right, your relationships aren't going right, nothing seems to be going right, you're kind of just in the same spot. I invite you to get into a leadership program. I invite you to get into a transformational program. I invite you to get into an emotional intelligence program. Because if you're letting your emotions run and rule your life, it's just going to be the same cycle. The same cycle. It'll be the same cycle, because when I told you that example of, when that woman sent me that text and she was like, F you, and she was really mad about a Swarovski necklace that she didn't receive. And I said, we can do a claim with the post office. She was like, no, that's not mine to do. And F you, and I get my money back. And I said, no, I will look into it. And then she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I just, at work, and I went. But that was the first place that person went. Reaction as opposed to responding. Unique. So many people are struggling with this. Okay. So let's think about this. The vast majority of people on this planet have untransformed relationships. These are the relationships based on possessiveness, guilt, domination, and control. We see so much of this type of relationship that we begin to think it's a natural way of life, and it is not a natural way of life. All right, let's see. Our choice then becomes whether we should try to put up with the unhappy relationship or try to discover new techniques of domination that will force it into a more acceptable form. But a transformed relationship cannot come from a person who has not been transformed as an individual. Oh my God. So try as you might, if you haven't done transformational work, if you don't understand what I mean when I say just type leadership in the comments below. This is so important, guys. This is the most important work that you will ever do. It's less important for you to figure out how to get your website done. It is more important for you to get transformed. This is powerful, powerful stuff because we just run in the same patterns year after year. Nothing's changing. Nothing's changing because you're not transforming your life. You're not transforming to becoming an emotionally intelligent person who is not led by the emotions, right? When you can just pause and respond versus react. Let's see. Okay, let me know how this is landing for you guys, because this is something that you get to understand. All right. But a transformed relationship cannot come from a person who has not been transformed as an individual. You are the only one who can transform yourself. If you have not accepted unconditional love, abundance, and happiness, all the things that God has already given you, then there is no way someone else is going to give them to you. It may look like the other person will be able to give them to you, but if you are not transformed, your belief system will find a way to sabotage the relationship. So let me give you another example. So a friend, and we're far long distances away. In fact, she's in a totally other country. So I had called, it was yesterday, 2 different times on the WhatsApp. And that person didn't pick up. And then I called again, they didn't pick up. And then later in the afternoon, I got a message saying, "Hey, is something wrong? Do we have a problem? Like, you seem like you're sort of distant from me. What's going on?" So I just, because I'm a transforming, right? We're always growing being. I said, "Nope, absolutely nothing to clear." I said, "If you check your WhatsApp, you'll see I tried to call you 2 times." So when they saw that there was the 2 missed calls, right? So that person not being transformed is in the same pattern of nobody likes me. They're ignoring me. If they're not calling me every 15 minutes, that means they don't like me. And instead, had that person just checked their phone to see the WhatsApp, would have been like, "Oh, wow, Faith really wants to talk to me. She's calling me like, 2 times now back to back, and I wasn't around to pick it up." So you see where the mind went? "Oh, is there a problem? We need to clean up some stuff. Like, what's going on? You seem distant from me." And I'm like, "No, absolutely not. I tried calling you 2 times." So that's what it looks like when somebody isn't transformed. Then you create problems in your relationship, because now imagine if that person had just gone off and it's like, "Oh, she's distant from me. She's not trying to reach out to me. She thinks she's so bougie," right? And that just creates a whole stream of things when nothing could be further from the truth. But we let our minds, because we're not emotionally intelligent. When you're emotionally intelligent, your mind goes to the person. "I haven't heard from Faith. I hope she's okay. I know she's, always running and doing stuff. I hope she's okay." That your mind would go first to the care for the person, as opposed to jumping into self-pity and a self-pity party for yourself. Let me know if this is landing, guys. So important that we catch this. So let's see. Yeah, you will turn it around because your own consciousness can't handle love. Whoa. And the reason you can't handle love is because you have not accepted your own self-love, worthiness, and the God within. Here endeth the lesson. So let's do a little work around the self-love. How much do you love yourself? Do you give yourself permission to love yourself? Or do you find it, oh, that's too much. That's me being too self-absorbed. That's me being, all about myself. If I say out loud, I love me. Right? Yep. I know Jacqueline's good for that. Good morning, beautiful Brenda. Yes. Brenda says, absolutely love myself unapologetically. And again, this isn't about being, mean-spirited to anyone. You can love yourself and love others, but you won't be able to be in full love of yourself if you can't actually say the words out loud. That if you were actually to say it, you would feel uncomfortable. Check in with yourself. Can you say you love yourself? If you're a mom, can you say you love yourself more than your children? Is that an uncomfortable place for you to go? Because the challenge that most moms have is that they diminish themselves such to the point that everybody else, the kids, the husband, the in-laws, or whomever, everybody else goes before you. And that is such a damaging place to be. So damaging, because if you can't say, Jacqueline Karen's giving that to you. If you can't say, I love myself, and say, yes, I come first. This is why on the airlines, they say, put your mask on first before you put the mask on anybody else. Put your mask on first. It's not just, oh, they just felt like being cute. There's a reason for it. Because you take the time to try to sort this person out. You don't know if this person is ready to be sorted out yet. So you're taking extra time. Meanwhile, the oxygen is quickly leaving the cabin. This person's struggling. You're like, no, we've got to do, and they're not trying to hear it. Like, these are we talk about the teachers, the people in your life who create a little bit of like chaos, and it takes time to get aligned, for people to get aligned. This is my idea. This is my idea. It's not right or wrong. It's like, okay, where can we find alignment? That takes time and negotiation, diplomacy. The air in the cabin is going out. By the time you get this person aligned, you're now trying to come back to everybody's passed out because this person didn't get their mask on yet and you didn't get your mask on yet. It is absolutely. Good morning, beautiful Brenda. Yes, I love that. Love yourself. It is so important that we understand this. When you're emotionally intelligent, you can say that, because if you're not good, nothing else is going to be good. If you're not clued into gratitude and appreciation for yourself and who you are and what you do, then when you're out there looking for people to give that to you, because you don't have it for yourself. So now here you go to everybody, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. But you don't love yourself. It's a tiring way of being. It's tiring for the people around you. It's tiring for you. This is why when you hear me say, I'm good by myself. There is no ants in my house. I can luxuriate in here by myself, read a good book, watch TV, whatever. I'm good because I love my company. I don't have to be out and about in the streets looking for people to distract me from me. I am good with me. And we can always get better, right? So this is what I'm saying. So this is why now I'm taking the stretch of going on this goddess bath stretch. Thank goodness I have my Body by Brenda bath crystals, so that gets to go in, right? My candles. I have all the petals from my garden that my hubby and we just planted, and literally create a goddess bath and go luxuriate and sit in it and be okay that, yes, there might be 10 things on your to-do list that get to be done. and it'll be there and you'll get it done. So we put, like, I know I put this false sense of like everything on my list has to get done today. So that's why I'm always like, go, 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 go. And then it's not good for you. So now I'm moving into the space of, putting yourself first and not worrying about the time nerds, not worrying about, oh, I'm not going to have time to get this done. It'll all get done. Everything is wonderful. The present moment is here and now. I'm going to shower myself with joy and love and gratitude. Okay, I told my daughter yes because it was not aligned with me. And so you see what I'm saying? It takes time to get into that negotiation. First, her daughter would have to give her point of view, and then Jacqueline would have to give her counterpoint of view, and then the daughter's going to come back, right? All of that takes time. So you have to be so good with yourself. You have to be so solid within yourself. You have to be so grounded in what you know to be your truth that even as you're going through these negotiations and these alignment tasks, you are centered on your truth. You are centered on your truth. Yes, being able to experience love as a feeling, and absolutely love is a vibration. When you talk about the vibrational scale, and Karen Tracer is one of my platinum clients, she trains on this. The vibrational scale, you want to be as high to the top as you can. Obviously, like bliss and enlightenment are the top, but you can vibrate at the vibration of love and vibrate at the vibration of gratitude. It's an actual frequency that you get aligned to. So if love and gratitude and joy are here and you're down here in upset and misery, right? And you're wondering why your life isn't going good, you get to be intentional that you stay, right? You stay on the frequency of love. I'm staying on the frequency of gratitude. So when that woman sent me that text, I responded versus reacting because I'm present to what is it that I want for my life. I am staying up on the vibrational scale. Nobody's dragging me down, right? I am intentional about that. And it comes from self-love. So here's what we get to do. So I invite you all. So this is what I get to do. So if you want to do it with me, fantastic. So I get to make my goddess bath. So it'll be like, maybe, just room temperature water. I don't like it too cold. And I certainly don't like it too hot either. Fill the tub. I'm putting my my Body by Brenda bath salts. I'm putting in Epsom salt. I'm putting in my bubble bath. I'm putting in a myriad of essential oils, right? So I have my Young Living that I'm a part of. And so I have so I'm going to put everything from Thieves to lavender to clarity, like is going to be a cocktail of essential oils in that bath. And let's think. One more thing. And then the actual flower petals. And of course the bubble bath itself, right? The foam. And then the flower petals. So you get to take a picture of that. So this is what I get to do. Take a picture of that and then send it in as proof that I am, embarking on my goddess bath. So that's what your assignment's going to be. You too go take a goddess bath. And it's not, like I said, it's not just the water and the bubbles and the bubble bath. It's salts, it's whatever else you've got, essential oils, and the key, flower petals. Who is going to do that? Somebody hashtag if you are, and you're intending on posting your picture in the Savvy Branders tribe, just go hashtag. Oh my Lord. Jacqueline, I know I don't have to ask you twice. Just hashtag goddess bath right now. And that means you're signaling your intention. And when I ask you to do the hashtags, it's intentional because here's the thing. When I invite you in and you say, yes, you're going to do it. And if you don't do it, then you've just broken your word to yourself. You're out of alignment. You're out of integrity with your word. And that is not a place that you want to be. So in the Brand Accelerator accountability program, when we do Monday goals, I say, you get to be a goal getter. but do not put goals on here just because you want to look good to the accelerators, like you're doing a lot of stuff and you have no plans on doing it, is you know you're going to roll it over to next week. Don't post anything. The worst thing that we can do is to be out of alignment with our word to ourselves, because your brain is a collection. Your brain keeps all the records, and every time you say you're going to do something and then you don't do it, it's keeping a record against you. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what I just realized, guys? I think it's the ring light. It looks like one of the centers is extra blue for whatever reason. Anyway, so let's see. Okay, so yep, Jacqueline's doing it. Amber says, I made a decision in my mind to love myself first. Yes. You get to go first, my love. Everything except the milk and the petals, getting that later. Okay, wonderful. So you take a picture take a picture once the bath is set. Don't go in it yet. Just set it up, and the candles around, flower petals, lots of nice foamy bath. Put all your salt crystals. I don't remember, Brenda, what you gave me, what I ordered. I ordered a oh no. You have to take a quick shower. That is too funny, Karen. So you get to set up. So Karen, it's perfect. You get to do a goddess bath and woosah all of that horse water off of you. So you get to set that up, your candles. Look at it and just feel, does it have enough goddess energy around it? If not, add more. You know, one of my clients, Ivory, she's famous for saying, when too much isn't enough, add more. Add more petals, more salts, more crystals, more essential oils. Like, I'm going to mix up a massive, beautiful, I can smell it now, cocktail. And then you take a picture of that and then you post it in the Savvy Branders tribe and just, hashtag goddess bath, hashtag self-love, hashtag I go first. And the more that we feel, if you're uncomfortable, be okay in the uncomfortableness of it, if you will, right? Because that's how we get to create the shift. This is how you get out of what's easy and comfortable. So if you've not done a bath in a while, let this be your first one in a long time and make it a goddess bath. The flowers, the candles are the two key elements that must be in your picture for it to be considered goddess. Yeah. Because obviously we're not going to be able to see the oils and we're not going to be able to see the salt and whatever else you put in there. Right. So those are some really key signatures that let us know you have taken the time for you. Yeah. Celita says, I get to make this happen for myself. Absolutely. We're worth it. You know, the L'Oreal commercial, their signature line, I am worth it. And this is our stretch together. I'm so excited. Who else is coming into the goddess bath with us? Let's go. If this is uncomfortable, this lets you know this is your next area of opportunity. Anything you resist, persist. So again, we get to be in noticing. Notice for yourself, I'm not running to do this one today. I'm kind of resisting it. You get to notice that. And what is that telling you about your relationship with yourself? Yeah, definitely add some relaxing music for sure. But in terms of the picture, be sure that we have the foam, the bubble bath, the bubbles, right? And the flowers, the candles, those three, actually. Foamy, candles, petals. Don't care what flowers you put. If you're feeling like, because I know obviously there's many more people in the studio right now, and I'm not seeing everybody do hashtag goddess bath. So no judgment, but I want you to notice that. What's coming up for you right now? When you see others who are pushing themselves to doing this. And it's a stretch for me. And it's not my stretch isn't like, oh, I don't have a bathtub or I have all of the stuff. Like I said, my bathroom is gorgeous. My challenge is me and my time nerd. And then I don't have time for this because I'm busy. I got so much stuff to do. And I'm so busy doing for others, for my clients, and then put myself on the back burner. It's like, yeah, when you go on your vacation, you'll have time to luxuriate. No, life is now. The epic life is now. We get to have a beautifully orchestrated, designed, curated goddess bath on a Wednesday, just because, right? So that's what we've got going on for today. Hashtag goddess bath. You set it up, take a picture, go post it in the Savvy Branders tribe, and let's go make some magic happen in our life. Thank you guys for all that you are, all that you do. Thank you for showing up every single morning, for your daily dose of vitamin I, for your ways of being that push beyond what you're comfortable doing, because nothing good happens in the comfort zone. Nothing good happens in the comfort zone. In fact, you know the story of the frog when he was like, ooh, comfortable, nice, beautiful, luxuriating water. And it was like, no, sir, you're being boiled. No awareness, right? No awareness. So bring some awareness to what's going on for you. Ask yourself, if you're not doing the goddess bath, what's come up? Is it your time like me? I'm pushing through anyway. Trust me when I tell you, I could be working from sunup to sundown, right? I run a personal branding, personal development agency. There's a lot of stuff to do. I have 3 programs going on right now that I get to show up personally for my clients. I have individual one-on-one clients in my platinum program that I get to show up and be on hour-long Zooms for them. I have a whole heap of stuff going on, and I get to put myself first as well. It's not either or, it's this and that. All right. So I'm excited to see all of the really deliciously designed baths. Show me those pictures, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Remember, Friday, I am not here. We're on a vacation. We're in Minneapolis. We're hanging with the family. So no morning show, but there's tons in the library. I'm sure many that you haven't seen. You get to go, do some replay and check some of the others out. So be well, everyone. Take care. Sending you guys so much love.
No one ever sees me. I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me. I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me. I'm losing every battle. Can somebody save me?